is an example of a sound. You probably all know what sound is, but in order for sound to get from myself to yourself is more complicated than you might think. For example, let's say that you are going to increase your knowledge and you go to the bookshelf to gather up some books, when all of a sudden you lose your grip. That sucks. When the books hit the floor, you should hear a sound. Now here is how your brain perceives the sound that the book just made while hitting the floor. The sound reaches your ear, and then it will strike the eardrum, which transfers energy into three bones called the hammer, anvil, and stirrup. They then send it to the oval window, or a liquid, in your inner ear. Then the waves vibrate and move some little hair cells, which transfer nerves all the way to your brain. However, that is only the process of receiving sound and not giving out sound. That's right. Anyway, here is what happens inside of your head when you produce sound like I am doing to you, and I am talking and the sound is going to you. All vocal sound that you produce starts with an idea or an impulse in your brain to make sound. That idea produced inside your brain gets turned into a message that gets sent down into your vocal cords. The vocal cords vibrate, causing the air particles to move, and the sound moves out your mouth. This brings me to my next point. Sound is caused by vibrations. The vibrations travel as a wave, and the shape of that wave, or the length of its wavelength, is determined by things such as frequency and pitch, but also can be determined by the matter that the waves travel through. The waves travel along through the air until it hits a barrier such as a thin wall or a window. The sound gets absorbed, and then the lower frequency sound passes through. If the sound travels and hits a harder substance, then it will bounce back and you can hear an echo. Sound travels differently in different substances. It travels fastest through a solid. It travels medium fast, if that's a word, through a liquid. And it goes the slowest through a gas. This is because the molecules are put together in a different way. And there is no sound in a vacuum. None. The final thing that I want to talk about is a thing called the Doppler effect. And this is the change in pitch of an object in motion. Here's an example. Let's say you were enjoying a lovely day down at the boardwalk when an Aaron Buckley appears next to you screaming a high-pitched noise. Now let's say he's running instead of sitting. Now, as Buckles ran towards you, you could sort of hear that the sound got higher. But as he ran past you, you could tell that the sound got lower. Here's why. When Buckles runs and yells at the same time, waves are still being produced. The waves in front of Buckles are being compressed, creating a higher pitch sound. And the waves behind him are being stretched, creating a lower pitch, even though to him there is no difference. So there are a few basics about sound. I hope that you learned something, and if you didn't, oh well. This presentation is over. Have a nice day.